And a good Thursday evening to you. 2K Sports presents the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan, broadcasting live alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. It's all about the Eastern Conference. That's where the action is today as the Atlanta Hawks get ready to battle. This game against Brooklyn here, it's their first look at the Nets. They lost the season series last year, winning 1 and losing 2. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. So for Brooklyn now, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Silk. Then there's Mr. Incredible. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. No challenge from the defense there, Clark. Could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner. Going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
Over to the left wing. Shoots from the corner, and he knocks down the jumper.
You know, the Nets were not a high-octane offensive team. They didn't average 100 points a game, but they were one of the more efficient teams in the league at the offensive end of the floor.
And it's Beverly missing. Hawks on D. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And they did just what you have to do as a road team, guys. They never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Seemed like every time they took a punch, they had a counter.
You'll like this, Steve. Reverse spurtability, we call that. If they had any defensive lapses, they immediately made up for it with some instant offense.
Here's DeRozan following the bucket by the Nets. And Zhang kick kicks to Beverly. Misses from close range.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Valanciunas dishes to Westbrook. And there's Cousins. That's good on the assist by Westbrook. Cousins has got his first points of the game. Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Now here's Beverly. He's covered by Westbrook, and that one's good. Beverly.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. That's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
Inside. Now the pass to Mr. Incredible. Here's Silk. He feeds it to Valanciunas. Stolen by Beverly. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Tries yet again. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
George is checked in for the Nets. Williams comes in for Russell Westbrook. Kid Gilchrist against George. Pass to Williams. Here's Cousins, and Zach Randolph gets the whistle that time.
Hawks coach Mike Budenholzer grew up around the game. His father coached high school and college basketball for 25 years, and Mike got into coaching pretty much immediately after graduating from college. Sounded like a guy who knew what he wanted to do.
Pretty impressive. 5 straight makes to start this game.
The Hawks trail by 5. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He told me he's wary about how they'll contend with DeMarcus Cousins inside. He said he's a beast in there, no doubt about it. Size, length, strength, and a ton of skill. The talent is really off the charts with him. And guys, he knows it won't be easy to muscle Cousins away from the rim, but he said that's what they've got to find a way to do. It won't be easy.
Thanks, Doris. And Coach Budenholzer, two-sport athlete at Pomona, golf and basketball, also graduated with a triple major in politics, philosophy, and economics. It sounds just like you at Arizona.
Similar, only different. But you know, shortly after college, Budenholzer actually took over as the video coordinator for the Spurs, and that's where his career took off. He ended up spending 19 seasons alongside Greg Popovich, winning 4 titles, and now here he is coaching the Atlanta Hawks.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
There's the pick. Goes up the baseline. Can't hit. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And Kevin, they played such terrific defense in that game. It took a lot of pressure off them at the other end of the court.
And you can't just pick one or two players out who stood out defensively. There was plenty of credit to go around.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. Atlanta was a team that would end the year with a very strong record at home, as we saw. But, Steve, you wouldn't expect that if you looked at their point differential here in this building.
Yeah, there weren't a lot of blowout wins for them here at home, but they were able to squeak out enough of the close ones to make it count.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. And a new group in for the Nets. Love's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Aldridge comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Barnes, he's checked in for Mr. Incredible. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Darren Williams. Now, here's Thornton. Barnes grabs the miss.
And for Atlanta last season, they would end up with 24 wins here at home. 1 win less than what they did the previous year.
And guys, the Nets enjoying a nice lead here.
And I'm just so impressed with the long-range shooting. They have really lit it up from outside.
Yeah, the sharp shooting from deep, a big part of their lead, and they're playing with confidence and shooting it well.
Kyle Singler is out there with Thomas Robinson. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Thornton. And it's Ajinça in a...
Oh! Flying through the air. Yes, sir.
And Beverley kicks to Ajinça. There's a good screen. Now here's Beverley. He's guarded closely. Thornton no good.
Well played defensively. He really made that into a difficult look.
And Thornton, a 6'4" guard, but you'll never confuse him for a point guard. A volume shooter from the moment he takes the floor. He's looking to put points up in a hurry, and he can do just that.
This Hawks squad is struggling. Poked loose. To the inside. And finished off by Westbrook. Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks there.
I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that again.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here.
Gorgie, Dang, Zach Randolph, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
Here's Dang. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Rosen dishes to Beverley. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. 5 to shoot. Out to DeRozan. And it's sent back by George. That is good.
Got a little show out there with that fadeaway jumper.
And now Westbrook pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that's not going to be able to continue if they hope to get back into this game, Clark. It's a deflating play for your morale.
Who's back up? Cousins with the block. Randolph against Barnes. Here's Mr. Incredible. Another one falls for Brooklyn. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for Brooklyn.
Boy, great hustle defensively through 2 quarters of play, contesting everything, starting to rack up those block shots, guys.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Well, the lead isn't getting any smaller. I mean, this is an incredibly well-rounded performance for this club on the road.
You know, that's the thing, Steve. To dominate as they have in front of a hostile crowd, really impressive.
Down low, and here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. Top the key, Barnes. Passes it to Mr. Incredible. Clock at 6. Hangs in the air, and it's laid in by Cousins. Cousins has got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down.
And here we go, Brooklyn. Oh,
Look out!
Watch out below, wow!
The assist,
They're playing with a purpose, guys. The big lead becoming
You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Guys, Paul George standing by with me here. And Paul, first,